first drive, and they come through already in a great rhythm to start this football game.
The run inside. It's Jordan. Got enough for the first. Maybe some room here. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Fires quickly. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at her front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Get things started on this drive from the 24. Offense changing the play. Oh, better look out. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll run play action. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Throwing, Mensah. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one.
There's a crease. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Hurricanes are rolling down the field. To the ground. He's got it again.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught on the outside. It's Fletcher. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense. Now the play fake. They're working that left side.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice.
Maybe got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Fielded in the end zone, it's Miller. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Trojans will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Fair catch, called for and made. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running inside, it's Fletcher. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Oh, trickeration. He's throwing it. Here's the pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's Ross. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll give him one to the 28-yard line. And the Trojans come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. To the air, it's Mayava. He unleashes a long one. It's a big stride inside the 10. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He wants to throw it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, USC! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And here's the return. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's Mensah to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's going to run it. Quarterback got it himself. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. Spins away from the defense. Touchdown, Hurricanes. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished the deal with a 60-yard run to the house. Coming out with it, it's Miller. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Back to pass, it's Mayava. He's going to fire deep. Makes a grab for a big play. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Trojans come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. And they're able to make the tackle. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Working that left side now. The Trojans use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Extending the play. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to... And they fake it. He wants to throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it out. It's Miller. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made. He's going for a big play downfield. Brings it in down the left side. Running free. Touchdown, Trojans. And that one will give them the lead.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Grab near the marker is Fletcher. At the 45 on his way. Found the seam on the left. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top. The last time they had it, Jesse, they'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Going downfield for the big play. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but Tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect it.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. And the Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. Mensah. The short hands. It's Lofton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Quarterback gets the 1st down. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Canes. On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Miller. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Time to take a shot. He's got it over that. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Trojans. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Extra point here would tie the game.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Now on the counter. On the move at the 30. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. They'll ride the hot hand. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Is this Christmas? Is this the gift-giving season? An absolute gift in the end zone, and the defense takes advantage, recovering the fumble for the touchdown.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And the extra point is good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, Mensah. Got a man. It's Fletcher. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. The Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He might want another play. To the air on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in. It's Brown. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The run inside. It's Fletcher. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Mensah to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Breaks into the open. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the first down, and then stopping that clock.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Trying play action. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And look at the quarterback. Look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Mensah looking for the score. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Maiava. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Pocket breaking down. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his own.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Hurricanes! The offense cashing it in on that drive. This is exactly what we expected. Blow for blow, trading punches, just like 2 elite teams should.
Yep, and great players have to make great plays in big moments, right? Step up, break a tackle, do something spectacular, and that's what the young man just did.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Barber. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. And he'll just get rid of that one. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Maiava. It's complete on the right side. At the 30, makes the catch, and he's free. Ripped past midfield, finally stopped at the 42, and that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going. They use the chunk play across midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to go right back downfield. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. It's complete to the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Might have a chance. 10. Touchdown, Miami. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
It's the one thing the head coach challenges his team with, guys. Late in games in the 4th quarter, tie ball game, who's going to step up and make a play? That guy did right there. Picking it off, taking it to the house.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
He's taking a deep shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep and don't let...
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The Trojans with the answer.
And great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Throwing, Mensah. Oh, they're after him. Did the work himself. Hits the slide, got the 1st down with his feet. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a 1-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra 1st downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Across the 45. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
It's money time, and my quarterback's got to come through, and boy, does he ever. It wasn't with his arm this time, but with his legs. You don't account for his legs? Look at this. Scramble around, get outside the pocket, make something happen, and make the heads-up play to stop the clock by stepping out of bounds.
He's got the tight end. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. Timeout is called with just a single second left. With the line of scrimmage at the 37, that will leave them with a long 54-yard field goal attempt and a chance to win the game. And he hooked it. Missed it badly to the left. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.